Let me ask you about something that you've
have 60 seconds in the Senate.
Been very outspoken about. You co-authored with Matt Pottinger an op-ed in the Post a couple months ago, arguing that federal funding for basic research is an absolutely vital ingredient to our competitiveness, future economic prosperity, et cetera, and that it is consistent with the president's promise of a new golden age. I don't think the ink was dry on that op-ed before the president started taking a chainsaw to federally funded research institutes. National Science Foundation has sought to defund some of our best universities, to be clear, to defund the research, federally funded research at these universities. That seems to me to be going in directly opposite direction of what you are calling for. What's your view of what's happening on that score? And
I think you summed it up pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we do about it? This is vital ingredient, and the president's taking a chainsaw to it.
So listen, I don't think the president, as it relates to this issue, is being well served by some of the folks who, despite a number of us speaking up, calling to the attention the fact that today I'm reading in the newspaper we have the European Union beginning to entertain enticement formalized programs to get the best-in-class fundamental science and applied science researchers out of the United States into the EU. I mean, we're in the midst of a competition. And, to use a heartland analogy, I mean, we're throwing our seed corn in the well. So it's really short-sighted. I wish our business community, to sort of call them out, had been more vocal on this issue. They're focused on all kinds of other issues, but they could be helpful in amplifying the importance to their business models beyond the next quarterly return and probably beyond the tenure of the current C-suite occupants, but the sustainable business and innovation viability of our best-in-class companies is tied to federal research, ultimately, much of it. I recognize that enormous research is made within firms and by firms, but there are public goods created through our university system and our research laboratories and all the rest, the whole ecosystem that benefit us in unpredictable ways, and so many of those are harnessed by the private sector. Others are harnessed by our military, by our intelligence community, and public health agencies, and so this is our model. And here's what I would say, and this is a broader point about this whole era. If we want to disrupt our model, and I think almost every facet of our life is due for some measure of disruption, because our leaders have become, I think, inattentive to the concerns of many overlooked people, and they become distant, and I actually agree with that. But if you're going to disrupt, then have a plan to rebuild, right? And so if not the long-standing model for federal research, which has barnacles on its vessel, right, then point the way for something better. And I'm all in to optimize the system, but let's not deconstruct before having any, even vague renderings of what the next generation of research looks like.